we're screwed. Okay, that was probably unnecessary. I apologize. But yeah, so here is my bed bolt kit. If you recall, I was having real trouble. For some reason, I couldn't seem to suddenly find the correct complete bolt kit for the 51 Ford truck. People just wanted to sell just the ones that went with the bed strip. And people were suggesting, well, I'll just go to a hardware store, you can get them. I was like, well, but I really want to make sure I have the exact right parts, because I just hate buying stuff and then it doesn't fit. So I just went through and did an inventory of this, and in fact, this is all exactly correct. This is, in fact, as far as I can tell, the identical bolt kit from the one off of a couple other places, Dennis Carpenter and CJ Pony Parts, that they didn't have them in stock. But I got it from LMC Truck. I've bought some stuff from them occasionally. They're more of a general supplier as opposed to Ford specific. I think they kind of focus on Ford and Chevy, but whatever. So we've got our carriage bolt here. You can see with the correct square underneath the head, the rounded head, and we've got, this is 5/16, 1.5 inches long, and the 1024 screw thread. So all good there. We did an inventory, so we in fact have 65 carriage bolts, 65 nuts, 65 locking washers, and then we have 21 of the big washers that go in between parts of the bed strips. Goes underneath basically keeps the bed strips together, compressed towards the thing, and then 6 of these smaller washers that go along the sides. And if you will recall our chart that I'd gotten from one of the suppliers or other, that very nicely showed exactly what you need and what exactly where it goes. So just confirming, in fact, I have got all the right stuff. And boy, doesn't that make me happy. All right, I'm still having trouble getting that other one in on that side, but I think I've got this one. I've measured it out, and it seems like it's right where it needs to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark these holes at least, so when we get to the drilling phase, we can do that. And I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna take this one out and then see if once that one's out, it's easier to get this one in. As you can see, there's like a little bit of a, like there, like that. Just from this thing. I swear, if these things were just like a 1/16 of an inch thinner, it would make things a lot easier. All right, those are marked. I also made sure that we had clearance here for that first bolt, which will be for the first middle piece that goes through there, but those all clear. So we're good there. All right, I'm getting closer on this side, but something I run into is, even though that whole thing isn't bent, you may be able to see that, like, see this here. Now I fixed this as much as I could, but like the bottom there, you can see that the bottom of the side support there, that strip there, has kind of bent down with the pressure of the old bolt that was in there. So it was much worse, and I kind of just got some big pliers in there and bent up the tips as much as I can, but I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna just try and get a grinder in there and grind that bit of excess burr off. That's the only thing I could think of. Alright, I think I mostly got that off of there. Well, novel solutions. So while keeping this side in, trying to get this one in too, running into the same problems about the same place, and I just need something thin but hard that can slip under there and kind of guide that in there. And just grabbed an old saw blade and looks like it's gonna work. I did remove the rubber backing underneath those two things. I needed that 1/16 of an inch to get this in here. There's just no way it's gonna work with that 1/16 of an inch. I can maybe try and see about putting those back in final assembly, but honestly, this has been such a pain, I can't imagine that it would. All right, my God, I got them both in there. And we'll just go check our holes, make sure we're lined up where we're supposed to be. Looking good, looking good. This side, holes, 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 holes. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what. They say that these boards are supposed to be 5/8 of an inch thick. Maybe if these were a brand new truck rolling off the assembly line and these, this side support here, rail, whatever you want to call it, was not bowed down by time, I might go with that. But if I was to go into this knowing what I know now, I would have said, cut me 9/16. Geez, maybe even half an inch. I can only imagine if I actually had been using those 1/4 inch thick insulation duties. I mean, there's no way that would have worked. I don't care about the $8 or whatever I spent on those, but man, wow. Definitely did some damage on this plank right here. And obviously on the side that's under the rail is all chewed up from getting banged in there, but that will be covered by the strip, so not too worried about it. So now we move on to the second hardest plank, which will be this one here, because I've been going back and forth and I don't see any way to do this without drilling a big hole in for these body frame bolts. It has to go through the middle of that second, that would be number 2 and 7 plank going in. It's just unavoidable as far as I can tell. So the trouble with that is, you know, if I get it laid in approximately where I think it is, I should be able to use these other bolts, the second strip bolt, as a guide. I'm just now kind of discovering that, you know, me having to figure out where these lay in there is really those holes for the strips will tell you where it's supposed to be. But there's no way to mark this holes where I'm supposed to drill from the top side. I'll have to do it from the underside. And boy, oh boy. So that means I got to lay the thing in there, make sure I got it where I think it's supposed to go, then take these body frame bolts out, make sure nothing moves, lay the thing back in there and measure it from the below. And that has me a little worried, but I can't imagine it would be as difficult as getting these two side planks in. That were a duty. Break time. All right, I'm hoping this was the secret weapon. I managed to find a marker that was thin enough to basically go up those hole shafts and leave a mark. Now, I did this twice because I realized that I had the gap fine, but I had not had this pushed in all the way. So I might see 2 overlapping marks, and I'll have to remember to drill at the lower tail side facing mark. All right, so there are holes that you can see, probably like kind of when I started there and then there. So this should be pretty much in the center of the board. So I can measure that way, but like, you know, so I would drill here, not here, even though that's 1/4 of an inch off, 3/16 in the center of the board. Now if I've got it right, these 4 boards, 1, 2, 7, and 8, are the only ones that I have to drill through the boards. Do I have that right? No, not quite. So, yeah. So these will get drilled along the rail. These will get drilled for the body frame bolts. This one here has a 1 extra hole right here. So that'll get drilled right at the very bottom of the board. So that's 3 and 6. If I've got it right, 4 and 5 will not be drilled through. I don't think they will, because all those other holes line up with the strip bolts holes. So that's interesting. So 6 of the 8 will have a hole in it, drilled in it. All right, gonna try and go ahead and drill these body frame bolt holes. So I've checked them here. I did measure them across to see that they were about halfway. Some of them were right about halfway. Some of them were not. You can see like this one here is quite conspicuously not. And I have decided that I'm going to trust the marks rather than the measurement, just because understanding that this thing is 74 years old. Stuff's moved around. I got wangy bent pieces. Things are not going to hit exactly where they're supposed to hit on a measurement. So, like that one, maybe we'll come right just inside that hole there. And I think we're also going to drill bigger. I think you don't want a flush, snug hole here. You want to have some room for movement, because you're going to have all these other strip bolts, carriage bolts, side bolts, keeping this thing down. So this looks like here it's about this is a 3/8 inch bolt. Might start with that hole to start, but probably end up doing a 1/2 inch hole. Again, just because I think we want a little bit of wiggle room, as long as it's, narrower than the head. That's what's going to keep things snug down. All right, well, I can't get this gap any better. I made this hole here bigger. It's just to give more give, but the problem is the actual hole in the bed runner, that kind of pipe there, is just not quite on. And I don't know how to adjust that, so I think, again, I mean, there's room for lack of precision in this, but like this here, I'll have to drill something out there just to accommodate the carriage bolt. Probably also here, as you can see, as we get down to here, probably have to do a little there, and then up here we're okay. Yep, I mean, it's just gonna have to be, good enough. So you can see, like there, I think it's supposed to be about maybe a 1/2 inch gap in between these. So you can see I've got close to a 1/2 inch here, probably closer to just a 1/4 inch here, and then I've got probably about 5/8 of a gap there. But again, the steel strips should cover all of that. So we're just gonna have to finagle. All right, I got this hole here for this, but I realized the hole has to be big enough not for the shaft, but also to accommodate the squarish head there on the carriage bolt. So I gotta make that bigger. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's right, we got them all laid in. Bolts for the ones that need bolts. I can still see I've got a gap problem here on the first board on each side. So before I drill these holes that I marked, I may need to pull these other boards out here and see if I can pound those ones into the side just a little bit more. I mean, even if it's just another 1/8 of an inch, I think it would help a lot. But we're gonna leave it there. Whole lot of progress. I'd heard from other people that they said the biggest pain in the butt was all the fitting and measuring and drilling, and it was, particularly those side pieces. But after I got those in, really blazed through it. Really impressed how this is looking. Again, got to work on those gaps there. You can see they're pretty even, except for the ones on the side. So maybe it's just that I have a little, like an 1/8 of an inch more that I can pound those in. Yeah, I'm hoping that's it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Please do hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment. I try to respond to every single comment that anybody leaves. And thanks for following me on this journey.